Hey everybody on Facebook, this is Debbie Williams of WKRG News 5. If you didn't know, we have a red flag warning today because of the very dry conditions and putting everyone at risk for this type of situation. We are at a woods fire in the Fish River Marlow community. Silver Hill, Fish River, also Foley Fire have also been called to this, and it looks like Forestry Service also being called. It looks like they may have this thing knocked down. But you can see that it burned hot, it burned fast because of the terribly dry conditions that we have right now. Again, this is off County Road 9 in Baldwin County. It's a Summerdale address, but we're closer to Fish River. The Fish River Marlow community. And I can't tell you how much has been burned. I know when we were coming in from Foley on County Road 24, you could see the smoke from a couple miles away. So it's a pretty significant fire, especially in these conditions. And we were talking to Forestry earlier. Now, from 11 to 7 today, red flag conditions. We're also under a no burning order. It's the burn ban that ADEM puts out every year that starts May 1st. That's more for air quality and breathing conditions. And certainly there's some exceptions for agriculture, outside cooking, and that kind of thing. But any kind of trash burning or just, hey, let's build a fire outside is forbidden and banned. And with the drought that we're in right now and the low humidity today and the winds coming pretty strongly, that is why we have a red flag warning. And I know everybody, especially when I'm talking, thinks about the Gulf and red flags, and still a danger. But this is a fire warning. Things are terribly dry, and you can see, and that's probably not a good example, but there's a lot of underbrush, crunchy stuff in the woods. The foliage hasn't really been able to absorb any water because we haven't had that much rain, and when we do get a little bit of rain, it's not enough to get things going like it should. So we were talking to forestry officials earlier today because they're on high alert right now. That red flag warning expires at 7 today, but they said tomorrow is going to be almost as bad. The wind won't be kicking up as much, but the humidity still will be low, and it may get a little better this weekend when we have a weather system that comes through, and the wind shifts coming out of the south, which that always kind of ramps up our humidity a little bit, which will help. But the firefighters out here doing a great job. Hopefully we'll be able to get some idea of how it started. It could have been as simple as kids playing, from what we understand from some folks here who live on the scene. So we're going to work to find that out. We've talked to Forestry, and we have some important information and tips that you need to know as we go through the next couple of days. And if you haven't noticed how dry it is, just drive down any road where they're farming and you will see the dust clouds. It won't be smoke, it'll be dust clouds coming from the fields as the farmers get ready to plant peanuts or cotton. But you're looking now at firefighters with, I believe that is Silver Hill, volunteer firefighters that are making sure that any hot spots and that this thing doesn't flare up again. But you can tell if you just look at the direction of the smoke and how fast it's moving, that's the wind that's driving these flames once it gets started. In case you didn't know, again, we're in the 14,000 block of County Road 9. This is just north of County Road 24, where it comes into County Road 9 in the Fish River Marlow community, although this is a Summerdale address. We've seen Fish River, Silver Hill, Foley Fire all responding to this, as well as Forestry Department was called out as well. Probably come out here and dig a fire trench around this thing, make sure it doesn't spread, because you just look, it's just crunchy, crunchy. Yeah, and I should say that County Road 24 is Underwood Road as well. So it's County Road 24, Underwood Road, running east and west from Highway 59. Now I've done it. So we're going to try and get out of here. And these homeowners here all rushed home or to their relatives from work or wherever when they heard that there was a fire, make sure that they weren't in any danger. And that fire is certainly moving in this direction, but it certainly looks like the volunteer fire departments have got it knocked down, and they'll stay out here because there's a lot of hot spots back in there. I'll go over here a little bit. But again, please join us on News 5 at 6, because we're going to have some important information for anybody who doesn't realize how dry it is. Low humidity, high winds, and certainly dangerous fire conditions. So again, this is Debbie Williams of WKRG News 5, and we are covering this woods fire. This is the first one that we've heard of today. Everybody's on high alert because of the dry conditions, the high winds, the low humidity, red flag warning for fire today until 7 o'clock. And tomorrow's not going to be much better, although they have not said if they will issue that fire warning for tomorrow as well. You see how close there's a home, a mobile home right there. You see how close things got to that. Again, this is Debbie Williams of WKRG News 5, and we are covering this woods fire, and we've got some important information for you coming up on News 5 at 6. Of what you need to know about the conditions right now. And someone's asking, where is this again? We're off County Road 9 in the Fish River Marlow community, just north of Underwood Road, or County Road 24 / County Road 24 if you're familiar with the area. This started just a few minutes ago. We've had Foley Fire, Silver Hill Volunteer Fire Department, Fish River Marlow Volunteer Fire Department. They've all responded with their brush trucks and their tankers, and seem to have gotten it knocked down, but it could have been a whole lot worse because of the conditions that we're dealing with right now with this drought. I was talking to Forestry earlier, and he said that we're something like 8 inches below normal for rainfall this year, and so that's adding to their concerns. So be sure and join us on WKRG News 5 coming up later on. I'm Debbie Williams. We'll see you on TV.